Previous video I mentioned that a lot of stuff here almost looks like a video game.
I think that's actually what impressed me the most about this city.
It definitely looks very, very beautiful. Let's see what this Tokyo is all about. I'm super hard about today. I have no plans whatsoever, but I was thinking we're gonna start the video here at one of the more, at least for a tourist, kind of iconic places. This huge crosswalk right here behind me. The amount of people around here is insane. It's funny, I thought a little bit about it yesterday. Like, the first time you come into a new country, you come in with like all of the pictures in your head about how that country will be from what you've seen in the media and so on. And 99% of the time, what you see in TV is like a small part of the country boosted up to 1,000. So it kind of looks like that country is like that. One thing here in Tokyo, which is actually correct, is the amount of people, especially in the rush hour and metros. It's insane. There's so many people. If you watch the previous video when I was trying to find a new screen, where we go on the train in the rush hour, you will see that there are people everywhere. So that thing, that is definitely like the real thing. People give each other a lot of space, which is so nice. Let's check it out. It's a little bit Times Square kind of feeling to be here. Like, some people just walk past here, the local ones, and then a lot of people just taking a photo with the phone or with cameras, and people like me making a little movie about it. As Times Square, like, you see it and then you got the t-shirt. That's kind of it. It's very impressive to see, but it's not like the end of the world if you don't see it, I would say. Super happy we got here. Okay, what is the plan for now? My plan was actually to just go in the direction of the place that I'm staying and then see what we bump into. Very old school way, and just like try to feel the vibe of the city, and then in the coming days we're gonna do more specific stuff. Hopefully we will find some really amazing stuff on the way. It's a little bit on the chilly side today. I know it looks like I'm sweating a bit, but it's like 29, and this morning, especially when I was having my coffee, I was like, this seems so cold, and I looked at the temperature, it says 29. So I guess my threshold of everything under 25 being cold is now up to everything under 30 degrees is cold for me when the sun is not shining, which kind of limits my range of where I can go on the planet a lot. Let me see what direction we're going in, and then we will start going. I could really drink some more coffee also, I would say. Let's try and get away from all of these people. If there would be a place in the center of the town where there's not a lot of people, at least a little bit less than right here. It's actually not that fun to walk around when you have to stop and wait for people to not be in your way all the time. Like right there. Like, people are not necessarily in the way on purpose, just there are so many people here that it is impossible to walk in like the same pace all the way. As I was looking on the map on which direction to go, I saw that I saved something right over here. And it's some kind of cola place where you can buy different flavored colas or something like that. I'm not quite sure. It's probably something I've seen on TikTok, and then I was like, I'm gonna save it. Coca-Cola is my favorite soft drink. Before we were talking about like the impression I have and people have from the like TV programs and stuff like that. And one of them, and of course I knew all of this, is like everything on TV like that is like up to 100s. Also on YouTube, a lot of people, it's like when you then go to the place, it's like completely different or not that exciting, at least for me, than when you see it in a video or TikTok or whatever. So one of the things that was like in my head, which I knew was of course not real, is like every young girl dressed like these anime kind of figures. I'm not even sure if it has a real name or not. And I haven't been seeing that many. Up until today, here in the center of the city, actually been quite a lot of the girls that dress up like that. It looks amazing. I'm a huge fan of people like expressing themselves like that. Even as a very boring Dane that only wear like colorful shirts and then 2 different kinds of socks all the time. I wonder if we lost now or not. The whole street here is actually quite amazing. It's like more like walking kind of situation than not. And then looks like they have all kinds of nice stores around here. The cola place is supposed to be right over here somewhere. Okay, let's try it out. It's so good. That's insane. I definitely recommend you going here. It's very good. I had the dream flavor, which I guess is the signature one. It's very intense. It's almost like it's on the limit on how intense it can be. I absolutely love it. It's of course completely different than the factory ones. It's like very cinnamon-like. It says here what's in it. So cola nut, vanilla, cinnamon. Definitely the cinnamon. I'm tasting that a lot. And so many other spices. That's the secret spice. Citrus fruit. It's so good. So she has it on tap. So she put in ice, put in the flavor, and then top it up with just like regular soda with no flavor, I guess. And then you have to mix it. She said, like, remember to mix it. Super friendly woman working here also. I don't know if she's the owner or what, but it's friendly. I'm so happy that I saw that we were nearby. And they apparently sell t-shirts and everything. There was a guy that just bought a t-shirt. Already 2 highlights of the day. The crosswalk was very impressive to see. And then this. Let's see what else the day brings us. What an amazing surprise. It was not really that much of a surprise when I already knew about the place, but the taste was surprisingly good. Can you say that? The taste was so good. Definitely recommend you going here, that's for sure. And I, for some reason, thought it was kind of a new place, but it's from 1994. It says on one of the tiny bottles, and that's so nice. You can actually buy the extract in that tiny bottle, bring it back home, and then just mix it with your soda, and then you will have a handcrafted cola overseas from Tokyo, Japan. And I was just calculating in my head because it was like 1994, it's not that long ago, but it's 30 years today ago. And that's when you know you start to be old, when 30 years ago. It doesn't feel like that long time ago. I'm not 40 yet though. I think we're gonna try and walk down the street. It's actually not the direction we are going, but anyways, we're just gonna walk. And in theory, it doesn't matter with the direction because the metro system is all over the city, so we can just jump on the metro whenever we want. Now, let's see what this beautiful street can do. It's definitely a very nice street. I would say I was a little bit disappointed because in the start there looks like it was like all kinds of handcraft stores, but mostly it's actually just like the regular designer brands from around the world. But the street is super nice though. Definitely go here. So the cola place is no cash, and I mainly pay with cash on my trip because then I don't have to pay for fees on the cards or whatever. And then I also very easily can see how much I'm spending every day. But I could actually pay with the travel card, so I did that. So it apparently also works for some stores also, that card, which is very convenient. Then it's like that. I feel like this bridge here is bouncing a little bit. Okay, we came from down here, and I was actually thinking about going this way, but it's one of the main streets that's full of people, and it's not that fun to walk in, especially if you're me. So I think we're just gonna go that way. So the only plan we had for the day, I just threw it in the bin, which was to go in the direction of the place I'm staying. Now we're just gonna walk and then just explore the city. Still very excited about being here. Something that's very impressive about Tokyo. I mentioned it in the first video from here when we arrived, but it's so quiet. We are a couple of 100 meters from that main road where it's super busy, and here it's just like so quiet. It's so quiet. This is the biggest city in the world. I'm standing right in the center, and it's so quiet. Like I almost feel like I'm not allowed to talk loud here. Like that is so impressive. I don't think that have happened in any city I ever been in to this extreme. In New York you can find places where you're all alone and it's super quiet, but you can still hear this loudness in the background. Here it's just like so calm and quiet. It's impressive. In Seoul also a few spots like up in the mountains, so beautiful, but of course I was the only one there, so there was like nothing. This is in the middle of the city. It's so impressive. I think that's actually what impressed me the most about this city. It's like this huge city and then just silence. It's a little bit less chaotic than in the southeast. It still looks very pretty though, even though it's way more organized. Take a look at this building right over here in the background. It looks like a place Batman could live, right? I was just walking thinking, because I saw that German flag there, about the whole situation in Korea with Danish stuff and Nordic stuff in general, and I haven't seen that much here. And then right here is a Louis Poulsen, which is a Danish lamp brand. That's funny, it's a huge store even, it's like 2 floors. And then Volvo over there, Swedish. It looks like we have some kind of huge park area here. There's even a map and everything. Previous video I mentioned that a lot of stuff here almost looks like a video game. And I will see these trees here. It's probably also because I've never seen anything like this before. But they really look like something from a mobile game on a phone. Very it almost looks like some of them are not there. That's crazy. They look so amazing. Like I can imagine at fall, if all of the leaves are yellow or whatever, that's gonna be so beautiful. Already now it's just so beautiful.
And then again, this is in the middle of the city. This huge park is. Let's go and check it out.
You almost feel like you're walking in some kind of cave. Walking here is super nice, beautiful. I just had a little break sitting at a bench and I'm actually hungry, but there's no food around here, looks like. There is this huge park. I think we're gonna walk through it and then to the other side and then let's see what we find. But super nice here. Again, very quiet. Every now and then there will be a loud car like that one. And then other than that, it's just like birds and stuff like that. It's so amazing. And then we have apparently a Shake Shack burger over here. That's a little bit funny because that's a thing from New York, I think. And it's like all over the US, if I remember correctly.
It's relatively good for like a chain restaurant. I don't think I ever seen it in Europe, so maybe it's not even there. But here and Bangkok, I think I also saw it in Seoul, not 100% sure. It looks like this car is a Lotus car. If you're just as old as me, you would know that car because that was a video game like back in the early 90s or something like that. That's so cool.
Again today, the clouds make it almost like it feels like it's almost dark. There's 2 hours until sunset, so it's no anywhere near like sunset hour, but just because of the clouds are like this, it feels so dark. The funny thing is, it doesn't look that gray when you look up. It must just be like a very thick layer. I guess it's probably a normal thing in this area of the world that it is like this. I don't know why I all of a sudden got into being a weather reporter. It haven't rained yet today. I think it was supposed to rain a tiny bit during the day. And in general, it shouldn't actually rain at all the next week or something like that, which is amazing when you have a camera like mine that doesn't like that much rain.
So this is what we have right here. It actually looks way better in real life than on the picture. It looks a little bit more polished on the picture than in real life.
We will walk into the greenery and then around, and then it looks like there are some kind of park area over here, but also like a building. There's what is it I want to say? Where there also are a building that looks like a tourist kind of thing to see. My Instagram has been popping with these vintage bikes for a long time, and they're super cool. I really like. I almost feel like getting a driving license for a motorbike and then buying one of these old school bikes. It really looks like it's a thing here in Tokyo and also back in Seoul. Also saw a lot of them in real life. It sounded like that truck was like speaking also right before I turned the camera on down the road. I thought it was super cool that they actually do that. I think actually in New York they do that too. Probably in all of the US. No, in Europe, however, they don't do that. I thought we would be able to get in and see this like incredible building here. I've been walking alongside it. There's just been a wall all the way. So here, this is the first time I see it. And it's been like heavily guarded, maybe an overstatement, but every couple of 100 meters, there's been like a policeman. There was a little tiny police station. Every gate had a little office with people. Oh, this one is speaking. Where is it there?
I wonder if we can see any fire. It sounds like it's very close. Just gonna walk back and see if I can see any smoke. I see nothing but trees and clouds. Okay, let's take a look at this. It says like it's a guest house palace. today's closed every Wednesday, it says on the sign here. Visitor gate. I guess you can normally go in there, and okay, we're just gonna film through the fence. Definitely looks very, very beautiful. Also where all the trees around, and again it looks a little bit like a video game. I don't know why, maybe it's just because it's in my head now that everything is a video game. It's super beautiful, this is very much something you would see in Copenhagen, this kind of style building here. Also the gate here is very beautiful. It actually looks like it's about to start raining. So I think this beautiful place here is a perfect place to end this video. And the first like real day in Tokyo. I feel like this is the first time we really explored it. Of course the last video we kind of also did, but it was just like most about finding that screen, which I, by the way, still are super happy about. Carrying it around here in my backpack. Super beautiful. Today's highlight, definitely the Coca-Cola thing. Coca-Cola, no. Today's highlight, definitely the cola. That was so good. Like, so intense also. Very, very nice. Definitely go there and check that place out, that's for sure, if you're here in Tokyo. And I feel like there is so much more to explore here. And we still have a lot of days left. I'm gonna go home and then make this one into a movie. Thank you so much for watching, and then see you in the next one. Bye.